Hello, I'm Mary Ann Campbell from Little Rock, Arkansas. My University of Central Arkansas students call me Dr. Mac. As an edutainer, I teach money skills using magic. Many people may think that magic is about illusions and trickery. In reality, its most basic form is about simple entertainment, but it can be about so much more: therapy, healing, and hope. Clearly, David Copperfield's Project Magic is a wonderful example of magic that combines all the best aspects of this performing art. For me, Project Magic is the magic of families. David Copperfield capitalized on the family and fellowship of magicians, the family and bond of hospital physical and occupational therapists, and the families of patients who through injury or illness needed the focus and motivation of learning magic. Our son, John Campbell, was the first in our family to learn magic, but when he branched off into computers, I didn't push him. I wasn't going to be a stage mother. I merely took his magic stuff, and I started my own magician's journey. At the time, I was teaching a college course in personal finance and thought using John's magic tricks might help keep my students awake and interested. Knowing that I couldn't do it alone, I called on members of our International Brotherhood of Magicians Little Rock Ring number 29. My mentors, Francis Marshall of Magic Inc. in Chicago, football coach Lou Holtz, Howard Bauman at the Linking Ring, and Kent Cummings of Texas. They helped me develop enough magic for an educational television series that won national awards. They all became my magic family. I met David Copperfield at a magic convention. David told me about his Project Magic, his co-founder Julie DeJean, and invited me to direct his program in Arkansas. Yes, David Copperfield asked for my contact information. Having been a dietitian in 2 Little Rock hospitals, I jumped at the chance to work with physical and occupational therapists, their patients, and our Little Rock Ring 29 family of magicians. David sent us his video and his workbooks so that we could organize and start working with patients and therapists. Our Little Rock Ring 29 got rolling. We enjoyed excellent press coverage, which helped the program spread. And we were delivering services with a smile when David propositioned me. He was bringing his show to Little Rock, and he said if I'd pay the expenses of Julie DeJean, they'd do a workshop. For 2 hours, David not only thrilled us with his magic, but motivated us to be bolder and expand our outreach to those most in need of help. A large family of therapists came statewide to join our family of magicians in David and Julie's workshop. Everyone became more familiar with the tricks and their therapeutic benefits, and after that, the program expanded quickly with other magicians and in other hospitals. The Arkansas Family of Magicians has many strong members, but few as generous as Jim Henson. Jim, a retired fire chief, provided the largest magic store in the South until 2017. Mr. Magic, as we call Jim, has been our Ring 29 clearinghouse for years. He jumped on Project Magic, and he worked with many patients in hospitals to bring joy and purpose to those with whom he worked. A moving experience for Jim involved a young car accident patient who couldn't speak or control his body. Following 4 weeks of practice with his therapist and Jim, the young man could open his hand to make the rubber bands jump. It was his first self-controlled body movement since the wreck. His family burst into applause, accompanied by tears of joy. Melvin Brown volunteered in a Texarkana hospital. They asked him to teach Copperfield's magic in the mental wing. We were all surprised that they didn't keep Melvin. He taught a woman a trick that she then performed for the group. Upon completion, she jumped up and down and shouted, "I can do magic!" The staff said it was the first time they'd seen her smile since she came into the unit. John Boer benefited from the marketing. A Project Magic newspaper article that featured John caught the attention of a man who owned nursing homes in Arkansas. The man paid John to travel statewide to entertain with magic at his nursing homes. Bill Fulton volunteered to use Project Magic in nursing homes, but quickly realized that most weren't in the learning stage. However, the residents appreciated the entertainment, and the activity director said that the magicians were often the only outside contact many of the residents had. Elson Byam, a psychology professor at UCA, read about Project Magic and contacted Julie DeJean on his own. Elton said the manual that she sent to him is one of the best magic books ever written. He states that the appropriateness of the magic, the easy-to-understand descriptions, and the clear drawings are truly magical and of great benefit to psychologists and psychotherapists. Elson and his colleague Tom have given numerous workshops to mental health counselors and promoted David Copperfield's successes in merging magic and therapy. Branding of Project Magic in Arkansas was easy, given the fame of David Copperfield. While it may have been his name recognition that allowed us a successful startup, it was his well-planned and thought-out program that kept the interest of magicians, therapists, and patients. I was asked to do multiple continuing education sessions for therapists there. CE credits are a constant need, and our supplying the program was continuously appreciated. We always showed David's video, and I usually wore a David Copperfield t-shirt. Arkansas may be home to well-known people, such as Bill and Hillary Clinton and Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. But we are also a small and rural state. As such, we are accustomed to leveraging our resources. So, as Project Magic was growing, we began to nurture our magic family through youth and partnerships. Kelsey Kaplinger, a Little Rock doctor, started med camps to allow very ill children to spend a week in the residential Camp Aldersgate that was counselor and medical staff intensive. Each week was different, such as spina bifida, muscular dystrophy, hearing impaired, cerebral palsy, arthritis, hemophilia, kidney cancer, and asthma. These camps worked particularly well with Project Magic because the counselors would learn the tricks and were very helpful and on our team with the children. Christopher Hendricks was the mastermind of putting together magic kits in clear plastic bags for all the campers to take home. The kits contain pencils, rubber bands, strips of paper with paper clips, ropes, and painted popsicle sticks for hot rods. The camp director said that the children always voted David Copperfield's Project Magic Night their favorite of the week. Fellow female magician Lisa Boland was a frequent volunteer at med camps. She avoided Cancer Week at first, but she decided that if the kids could fight cancer, she could entertain and teach them magic. Lisa found the counselors extremely helpful, and the smiles that appeared on the children's faces as they participated transformed Lisa's feelings into Cancer Week becoming her favorite camp of the summer. Paul Carlin was excited to teach his sister, an occupational therapist, some of the tricks. Paul and Randall Eller enjoyed teaching magic and therapy together at Aldersgate Med Camps. Scott Davis participated in Project Magic as a high school student in the late 80s. Scott reports that he was thoroughly encouraged by the program's ability to instill confidence in kids. Scott now makes his living performing more than 300 educational magic shows a year in schools across the country. He said he is grateful to David Copperfield's Project Magic for helping him see what an amazing impact magic has on kids from all walks of life. John Campbell was in law school, and he came out to observe and help with the summer med camps. John is now very much back into magic. In fact, his entire family enjoys the Fellowship of Magicians. And yes, I did give him back his magic stuff. For more than 10 years, I volunteered to work with Project Magic. I learned from my experiences, and I always enjoyed my involvement. It brought our family of magicians in our club and statewide closer. I made many new friends in the medical field and of course enjoyed the patients and the campers. Never did I ever think that members of my own family would be recipients of the program. The first person to receive unexpected help was one of my 3 brothers, David Briscoe. David suffered a head injury and was paralyzed, partially. It was physical therapists that I'd been working with who volunteered to show David several of their own therapy tricks to help him exercise and regain some of his mobility. Later, my sister, Virginia, was in a head-on car crash that crushed both of her ankles. I was slated to conduct a session with a therapist and their patients 2 months before her accident happened. It was amazing to me that Virginia was in the hospital session that I was leading where she was a patient. My dad was there to visit and he joined in the session. My mom liked to travel with me sometimes, and she too joined in one of the continuing education training sessions that I conducted for hospital therapists. So now, how might David Copperfield's Project Magic continue to heal, spread hope, grow families, and enrich our worldwide communities? First, partnerships are sponsors. Meaningful and appropriate ones might provide full-time support, training, materials, research, and development. Second, a David Copperfield Project Magic app and social media director to help spread the message, share the positive transformations of participants, and improve communication and accountability. Third, continued branding. Streaming video David has used in the past can continue to sustain and grow his global reach and effectiveness of the service his Project Magic provides for all connected. T-shirts and our wristbands can also connect the recipients. And last, youth development. To sustain the program, young blood is always vital to be current with the trends and the ways to reach others effectively. Clearly, magic has been a family affair for all of us here today. I'm appreciative of the rich family experiences that my family has enjoyed through David Copperfield's Project Magic. I am grateful that my husband, Guy, has supported my involvement. There have been so many appreciative patients whom I've seen blossom and expand their horizons. I'm excited to see the joy in their faces and in their families' faces. Magic may be based on illusion, but its impact is very real. Our family of magicians in the Little Rock Ring 29 have grown closer as we have worked together to serve our communities while fulfilling the David Copperfield mission. My hope is that whatever activities you're conducting in your communities worldwide will bring you joy and strengthen the families you involve. Thank you.